everybody. We are doing a day in my life, which is pretty interesting. I have a lot of things to do. I do not have any lessons to dance, so we won't be able to see this today as of right now, but we have a lot of training to do with the auction horses. We got to get them ready for eventing and show jumping because that's what I plan to do with them. I am still having project horses that are being rehabilitated, so this is why all the horses that I have bought are for keeping, and they're all for me, and I get to keep them all for myself. As lovely as that sounds, it is a lot of work to take care of 4 horses, maybe even more. Not all of these horses are even mine in this barn, but let's not talk about that subject because it can be really hard to talk about at times. Today we are letting everybody get their own time and letting stable hands take care of some of the work. Although they do work really hard, I still have to take care of some of my horses. So you'll be able to see some of that and showering and bathing different horses and letting them just experience what it's like to be able to have fun and enjoy the water of the bath. This will be a pretty long video consisting of 9 minutes of just me training horses and talking, which is simply a hard enough job in itself trying to keep you guys entertained. I'm sorry I haven't been on my weekly schedule. I've been a few posts behind ever since I started the channel. Every video that I have posted as of right now has been posted from a few weeks ago, and all those videos from weeks ago, so this is why it looks a little odd and the storyline looks a little rushed, if you think so. But you will be able to see the process over slower times once I finally catch up with my schedule, which is probably not going to happen for like a distant month or two, so I'll be able to catch up pretty soon to present day, hopefully, and you'll be able to see my videos every weekend, I believe so, or every other weekend. But let's get into it now they're out. So first thing I do is give everybody their food. Me and Joey, I specifically forgot to give him his water. And I go ahead and get Sapo ready for his ride for today. So I go ahead and take him out of his stall. He did not want to come out for a second. I had to go grab him again. It took me a little bit of a time to get that. So I go ahead and walk him over to the wash stalls for him to be washed and all cleaned up before I take him to see his mother. And we are going to be seeing his mother first before letting him shower. And in this, you can see a little bit of a trust struggle to let him see her. This is actually her foal, which I have no idea how he ended up at the slaughter auction, because I thought I had put him with a caring owner, and everything just seemed to be good until I figured out what they had done to this horse. And we're taking him back now. We head over to the wash stalls. It shouldn't take us very long to do. Alright, we're at the wash stalls and we're getting him all washed up and ready to be ridden for today. I am ridding him even though he's only 5 years old. Meeting Princess is around 20 years old, and I'm not ready for her to pass because it's getting close to that age, if you know what I mean. And I'm just not ready for it, but I will not accept it until it actually happens. But if it does, this is all I will have left, and I have to take care of this horse. I have to keep him alive, keep him healthy, and keep him well, as I promised. I don't know why this guy ended up, she's a girl, I don't know why I'm saying guy, but I don't understand why she was in the auction. I thought I put her with a wonderful person, and I thought she was a wonderful person at the time. But I have no idea what happened, so I'm just not going to assume anything. But we're going to head and take him out so we can ride him and see what he's got. So I took him out. He was very hyper, so I decided to walk him a little bit to get some of that energy out that he has built over sitting in the paddock for all day. And we had to paddock him, and just in case of any diseases, and he did have minor scrapes on his legs, so we had to let that heal. So now he just got walked for a little bit. And now I am mounting on him to finally test out how he rides like and who he is. I know he is already saddle broke because I broke him when he was a foal, So I trotted this little girl, and she was doing amazing overall, but she did require a lot of leg, and you see she did not like that, and she reared at me. I think I had added a little too much leg, so that slip up was probably my part. So we were just trotting and trying to get her to see how compliant she is and to see what she would do in certain situations. I put her in a collected canter to see if she would do it. She did not want to collect at all, and she bolted on me, which I did not want her to do. And the whole situation was scary, but it was really exhilarating. I got her back down to the canter and finally stopped her from bolting, which was horrible. I did not enjoy that at all, but it was a little fun, not gonna lie, but I hope that didn't happen again. So we're just trotting and working on what she's doing. We're teaching her the ropes of basically learning anything that she wants. And she went into a little bit of a gallop and a little bit of a bolt there. I will have to be fixing that later in the future, but she's just not ready. I have to treat her and see what she'll excel at, and I'm not sure what I'll put her in, but I might put her in hunter or jumpers, because I don't know. I also need a jumper from Hunter. Claps, because he had bolted and I had fell off of him, and it was really bad, so I had to put him in the pasture for the day and went to go get Ginger, my thoroughbred that is from the rescue. As me why I have Zappo out, it's because he got into some trouble and escaped his little paddock, and I had to go through a lot of hardship to get this little horse back. All these random horses from, it is because of an auction that I was not allowed to record, and it was very difficult to get the footage that I have now. Every horse will be getting its own individual video to be able to learn about them and a little bit more in detail and where they came from and their backstories. Goodbye, peeps.